Alright, now let's discuss this USB input/output. First thing that you need to understand, this is both an input and an output. It takes audio from your laptop or other computer into the mixer, and it takes audio from the mixer out to your laptop. Second thing is that the cable that you need for this does not come with the mixer, okay? So you need a cable that looks something like this. It's the same cable that is used to plug in most printers. So it has a full-size USB on this end, and it has what's called a USB-B type connector on this end, right? Again, found on most printers. So the first thing that you do is you plug in here, all right? And then you plug the other end into your laptop. And what will happen is that your laptop will recognize the mixer as a USB compliant audio device. And as you can see from the little screen there, it will set it up and it will select it as the default device. What that means is that your laptop's internal speakers will be disabled and all audio will now pass through the USB connection. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to start some audio playing on my laptop. And what will happen is that the audio will come in on the playback fader. All right? So if I raise this,
inviting me to share this time with you all.
You can hear there's the audio from the laptop. However, and this is where things get confusing. You see these arrows here? Essentially, the audio from here, if nothing is plugged into ST2, the audio from the computer will also appear on ST2. Now, if you raise the fader, you don't hear anything. The reason for that is our gain control is all the way down. So, press our PFL.
And in a sense, if you don't like it tomorrow night, you're going to miss out.
Okay, so what that means is that if there is nothing plugged into ST2, the USB audio will arrive in the computer in two places, ST2 fader and playback fader. So if you only want to use ST2 fader, make sure that your playback fader is down. If the analog inputs on the playback fader are used, all right, now I'm just going to plug these in here. What will happen is that the USB audio will still make it through to ST2.
Philosophical theology is the study of what can be known about the character and...
Okay, but not on the playback fader. All right, there you go. Once again, let me just show you. If there's nothing plugged in there, you have the playback audio, the USB audio rather here.
Spirituality.
As well as there.
Pastoral theology.
Okay, so can you get your mind around this? All right, it's quite important to understand this, all right? So USB audio coming in, nothing plugged in, it comes in two places, ST2 and playback, right? If anything is plugged into ST2, right, that overrides the USB audio. If anything is plugged into playback, then you still get the USB audio on ST2, but not on the playback fader. Obviously, if both sets of analog inputs are used, then you can't use the USB audio. All right, that's really important to understand. But it's also, worth noting that you can use these analog inputs and then have the USB audio come through to ST2. That was something that took me quite a while to get my head around. Okay, next thing. We've covered USB playback. Now, what about USB recording? Oh my goodness. Okay. Before we discuss the mechanics of the USB recording, let's first discuss the source for the USB recording signal. That is covered in this little box down here. So you essentially have two choices for your USB recording. Three actually. If neither of these switches is down, you will record a copy of the main mix. If this switch is down, it says aux FX. What that will do is it will basically record a combination of the aux and the FX send. So whatever is going to the aux send will be recorded, and that will be mixed together with whatever is going to the FX send. So that's useful for certain types of recording where you want your recording mix to be different to the front of house mix. If this switch is down here, you will record the record bus, which again is derived from these record switches on the individual channels. If both of them are down, it will be the record bus. All right, so that's the first thing that we have to understand. These switches, they affect both the record out as well as the USB out source. All right, so whatever you have set here affects this pair of RCA outputs as well as the USB output. When you play back from your computer, whatever you recorded comes back in through the USB connection as we described earlier. Now, let's go over to the laptop and I'll show you how it works on that side. Okay, everyone, here we are looking at the laptop. Now, I apologize for the relatively low-tech method of filming the screen. That's just how it is. Okay, so this is the playback screen, okay, for the audio driver. You get to this by right-clicking the speaker icon and then choosing playback devices. If you go to recording tab, all right, you'll see that the computer has also accepted the output of the mixer, and it's called it 2 USB audio codec. All right, and you can see that because the laptop is hooked up to the mixer, you can see there's a little bit of signal being indicated here. All right, so what we have now is we have a two-way connection between the laptop and the mixer, right? We have audio going from the mixer to the laptop and vice versa. So let's do a quick recording. Now, the good news is that even if you have absolutely no recording software on your computer whatsoever, you can still do a recording, all right? And that is by using this little program called Voice Recorder, all right? So Voice Recorder, and we'll just start recording, all right? You click record, and as you can see by these bouncing lines around the screen there, all right, we are actually recording what I am saying now, all right? Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we press stop, and you can see right here, this is our recording. Let's try and play it back. And we hit play, click record, and as you can see by these bouncing lines around these, that's the recording, folks. Screen there, all right, we are actually recording what I am saying now. Okay, so the real nice thing about this is that because Windows recognizes the output from the mixer as a microphone signal, you can actually use the built-in voice recorder program, which is completely free. It's included with Windows 10, to actually do recordings. And as you can hear, the quality of the recording's pretty good. Okay? So that's our coverage of the Allen & Heath ZED60-14FX mixing console. I'm not going to go any further into the USB recording capabilities. In particular, things like working with Pro Tools or other DAWs, using it in conjunction with RCO drivers, that sort of thing is beyond the scope of this video. And if you'd like more information about that, you can find it at the Allen & Heath website. Essentially, what you have here is relatively simple USB routing options, right? You got 2-track out and 2-track back in. It's not intended for multi-track recording or that kind of thing. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. If you have questions or comments, do please leave them below. Feel free to get in touch with me through the comments section or through GLB Productions on Facebook. If you like this content, do please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and consider becoming a supporter on Patreon. The links to that website are in the details section below the video. This is Bruno Luce for GLB Productions. Until the next video, take care, God bless you, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.